and just think of it as all one color. So I thought of it as all one color, as in like this is the highlight, this is the shadowed area, this is kind of a shadowed area, and another highlight over here. And that's coming from the sun. So, and I just painted it as if he had no cracks in his skin. And so after you do that, and you've applied your highlighted area, after you do that, just go in and make all the little creases. So, let's see. So when making these lines, I'm just going to kind of make some of the more definite lines. And then, so some of these lines I'm making thicker, some of them I'm making a bit thinner. So thick, thin. Just like that. And it looks kind of strange right now, but we'll come through and we'll make some changes. And we'll put like some highlights and some shadow parts afterwards, but right now it's just making some thick, so like right in here is pretty thick, and then some thin lines. Like some of these are way bigger than other ones, just kind of varying them up, some small, some big, some pretty big. Alright, so we've basically made all of the little marks that we're going to make, so now I'm going to water my brush down even more, put a little bit of black on it, and go in and make some shadow marks. So I'm going to take a little bit of that water off. So basically I have just like a really light watered down amount on my brush, and I'm going to go and take and make some shadow marks on the underneath sides of some of these. So it's not quite as dark as some of the black lines we just made. It's just a little bit of a shadow is the best way to describe it. So simple, so easy. So that way you're kind of insinuating that these creases are rounded, and they are. By giving them a little bit of a shadow, yeah, it's just insinuating that they're rounded and they're not just flat like tile. Just a little bit of shadow up in here. Just kind of going underneath a lot of them, not all of them, but most of them. To give them some depth, just like that. Okay, now that we've got the shadow parts of it, I'm going to actually wash my brush off and then mix in just a little bit of white and lemon yellow. No, I'm just going to do some white. Mix in a little bit of white and yellow ochre. We'll just keep them in that range. I'm just going to take and make some highlight marks, especially right along in here. Again, the sun is coming in from this direction. We're just going to make some highlight marks. Just rubbing my brush super gently along the top of the canvas. Just barely touching it, so where it has just a hint of highlight. And like as I'm using more and more, the paint is slowly coming off of my brush, so I'm just kind of going with it. I started where the highlight is the most, and I'm going away to where it is the least. I'm just putting it along the corners of here. I'm just going to do a slight highlight along the bottom there to look like it's like a reflecting almost. So that way it really makes it stand apart from here to here. And so I haven't gotten more on my brush yet. I'm just still using what's on there. Just fading it into different areas. There we go. On the tops. Sometimes you'll paint something and it doesn't look right, and then you'll just put a highlight on it and it's good to go. There. Not too bad. Okay. We're going to take that off and just take a look at it, and it looks pretty dang good. The colors match with the other colors on the canvas. As you can kind of see up here, we have a bit more warmer colors on the left side, so we have a bit more warmer colors on the left than on the right. It just kind of shows that the sun is coming down on there. And yeah, that's basically how we do it. Isn't that super quick and super easy? All you do is just paint the bottom coat, come in and put some lines in there, and then call it done after you do just a little bit of shadow, just a little bit of highlight, and that's it. That is it. So yeah, that is how you paint a turtle's skin, basically. All the little rough edges. It's just a lot easier than I thought it was going to be too. So yeah, I will see you guys next time. I hope you have a beautiful day, and I'll see you for the next tutorial, probably next week. See ya.